Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Tolhurst and welcome to the review of the latest edition of the British Touring Car Championship. This is a BTCC review from last weekend's action in Croft. I'm finally going to let you guys know now the results of Croft. It was a midway point of the season and there was plenty of action at the event, as I'm going to go over the results for you now, which saw definitely three different winners in the event weekend though, but importantly, a milestone for one driver, yes. Well, we had plenty of news, and it was at Croft in the first race where we saw Dan Camish taking a vital victory in the first race. Napa Racing got a 1-2-3 lockout on the grid in the first three races. And crucially, in the end, Dan Camish would win race one after a commanding performance. And that was despite Ash Sutton pipping Dan Rowbottom on the line. Very, very close actually. Only by about half a second. 0.6, half a second, just over half a second. Round that, Ash Sutton stuck behind Dan Rowbottom pretty much all of the race. Got past him right on the line. And 0.7 of a second behind his teammate, Dan Camish. Rowbottom would finish third, summing up a perfect start for Napa Racing. Josh Cook was fourth, along with Jake Hill in fifth. The Laser Tools Racing with MB Motorsport BMW 3 Series there, putting in some pretty impressive moves, including one on Colin Turkington as well. Tom Ingram finished ahead of Colin Turkington in 6th and 7th there respectively. Stephen Jelly got 8th position. Sam Osborne was 9th. Aaron Taylor-Smith having a very strong showing again. He has done really well in this season. He's done some pretty good performances as Aaron Taylor-Smith in that Vauxhall Astra. We've been surprised of his performances. 10th place is a good result for him. Ricky Collard 11th, Aidan Moffat 12th, Mike Doble 14th. Tom Chilton was the final driver to get a point. But then we had a few other drivers that were laps down. Jade Edwards, Rory Butcher and Ronan Pearson all hit trouble in that race. Jade Edwards had a bit of a poor weekend, particularly a poor first race, for sure in that one. Race 2 came along and Ash Sutton swept to his 7th victory of the season. It was his 7th success. Another clean sweep of podiums came for Napa Racing. But yeah, in the end it was to be for the team. The Ford Focus ST blasted off from third on the grid, went round the outside of his teammates, and through turn one, the Ultra Thunder Sutton and pulled away for nearly 8 seconds clear at the end of the race. So a dominant victory for Ash Sutton there as well. Dan Camish was second, Dan Rowbottom third, Tom Ingram fourth, Josh Cook fifth, Colin Turkington sixth, Stephen Jelly seventh, Ricky Collard 8th, Dan Lloyd 9th, Tom Chilton was the top 10 as well. Taylor Smith 12th in that one. And in the reverse grid race, BMW's Colin Turkington put off a very strong weekend with another win. I believe that's his 66th career victory as well in the British Touring Car. He loves this track. I think it was a 14th or 15th win at Croft for Colin Turkington. That was despite Tom Ingram have basically trying to put pressure on Turkington at the start of the race, but Turkington eked out a gap and won the race. One Motorsports Starline, Josh Cook went from glory from the outside front row on the opening lap, but couldn't make a move certain, and Stick also had to concede to Tom Ingram as well. Stephen Jelly was in. However, though, there was problems, great dramas. BMW Stephen Jelly was involved in accident with a trio of Napa Racing cars, slight contact furthermore. Also the clash with championship leader Ash Sutton. Both cars retired. Sutton retired after suspension damage. Stephen Jelly also came together with Ash Sutton as well. I did watch the accident. I did watch the race actually, and the crash costed Sutton more championship points as well in that one. So Colin Turkington won with Tom Ingram second, Josh Cook third, Dan Camish fourth in the Napa Racing Ford Focus, Dan Rowbottom fifth, Aidan Moffat sixth, Jake Hill 7th, Roy Butcher 8th. Aaron Taylor-Smith again 9th. A very strong showing from him in that Vauxhall Astra. George Gamble 10th. Michael Crease 11th position on his return to the British Touring Car Championship. He'll be pleased with that, you know. strong showing from him. As well, Dexter Patterson was 13th, behind Mikey Doble, who was in front in 12th. Andrew Watson 14th. Jade Edwards missing out on the point by the slenderest of margins. Only, less than a second away. About 6 or 7 tenths of a second away from Ricky Collard. Jade Edwards, very, very unlucky. That was a strong drive from her in the final race to get 16th. Definitely a much better result there for Jade Edwards as well. But let's look now at the championship standings. The driver standings, of course. Sutton now leads on 258 points, but that gap has now dramatically been slashed. It is now 6 points between both drivers. Colin Serkington is somewhere about 34 points adrift of leader Sutton and 28 behind Ingram in third. Then Jake Hill is fourth. Dan Camish with the win also puts himself into 5th place. So technically at the moment the top 5 can still win the championship at the moment. But Camish is a slim chancer. Josh Cook 6th, Dan Rowbottom 7th, Adam Morgan 8th, Roy Butcher 9th, Ricky Collard rounding out the top 10 on 104 points as well. The team's championship also sees Napa Racing leading on 465 points, nearly 190 clear of 375. Second place team BMW and Accelerate. Bristol Street Motors with Accelerate are third on 358. And also the Jack Sears Trophy for the drivers that have not scored a podium are eligible for this championship. Mikey Doble currently leads that at the moment. So, yes, it is going to be interesting to see how we get on. And of course, next weekend we are heading to the Scottish, to the Scottish mountains. So they say Scottish mountains. We're heading to Scotland for the next meeting. This is meeting number 7 in the season. This is Knockhill, one of the toughest circuits we go to all season. One of the shortest laps as well. Knockhill is a very short lap, just over a mile long, 1.27 miles in length, featuring of course very iconic corners down the back straight, the start-finish straight, into of course Duffer's Dip. Then we go into Leslie's, very quick flick to right and left. Then we got McIntyre's, which slows up on the right, followed by Butcher's, and then the Black Circle chicane, which is actually quite a fast section. Then you got Clark's, and then the run down Hislop's, a quick little straight into the very tight final corner at the Taylor's hairpin to round off the lap and complete the tour of Knockhill. The qualifying lap record is a 50.4, 50.876 is the lap record. That was actually set in 2020 during the pandemic by Ashley Sutton. Throughout the weekend as well, we'll also see support action for the BTCC as well. We're going to see Porsche Carrera Cup racing as well. They will be doing 32 laps of Knockhill. We're also going to have the mini challenge, the British Formula 4 Championship also there as well. And also the Legends Karts Elite Cup as well. So there's plenty of action on the support bill for the British Touring Car Championship as well at Knockhill. But that's all it from this video today. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'm Charlie Tolhurst. Thank you and goodbye.